television. The
Now Vermont may lose considerable.
Holding down the fort, waiting for it to be safe.
And we're back here in the BCTV studio. Again, my name is Johnny Gifford. I'm the executive director. We've been cutting to me a lot today, and that's okay. I wasn't expecting to be on camera this much, but things ebb and flow with this production, and you're here along for the ride. I think one of the most interesting things about the fact that we're doing this all live is that it is live and things are unpredictable. And I think for me, if I were a viewer of that, I would be like, this is wild and interesting, and that's all I can really hope for. We're hoping to go live from the Wonky Press soon. That's over at 229 Main Street in Brattleboro, where we're going to learn all about their screen printing operation over there. I think we're nearly there on being able to connect that to our live broadcast here. But before we get into that, or before we go into something completely different, I do want to share this this instrument that I recently acquired. I want to shout out BCTV's production manager, Nolan Edgar, for finding this Jaw Harp on a shelf somewhere, and for thinking of me when he sees a weird instrument, he thinks of me, and he gave it to me as a belated birthday gift, or maybe just a regular birthday gift. I don't remember the year. So I've only been playing this for a few weeks now, about a month now or so. And at first, I did not know absolutely what I was doing at all. I could not get a sound out of it, and I've been getting sounds out of it now, and it's been fun and interesting to play with. So I wanted to show you guys this Jaw Harp here. It's solid metal. It's easy to learn, so they say. It's for people 8 years of age and plus, and it gives you kind of an old-time twang kind of a thing. Here's what it sounds like. So at first, when I first picked this up, I was like, all right, what am I doing? I put it in my mouth, and really you just get sort of metal clanging sounds. So I was trying to figure out how exactly does this thing work? And I read the instructions, I watched a couple of videos, but really you just got to get a feel for it yourself. And I found that, everyone has to hold it in a specific way that works for them. And from some of the videos I was watching, it wasn't quite working for me. So I found my own kind of way to hold it that worked for me. And basically what you got to do is you got to hold it firmly, sort of the wide part, you got to hold that firmly. And then this thinner part, there's just a very thin gap between these two bars and the middle bar. The middle bar is what is causing this whole thing to resonate. And then the top and the bottom bars go sort of against your teeth. And then, therefore, when you create a resonance with this little bar right here, it resonates the top and the bottom bars, which then resonates through your teeth and into your mouth. So basically sound waves are protruded into your mouth, and then depending on how you manipulate the shape of your mouth, it totally changes the sound and the feel of the way you play it. So you can kind of mimic saying letters and words, and then you can kind of get a sound out of that. I'll give an attempt to do ABCs right now. Hold on, I'm still not an expert at this. I'm not doing a good job right now. I'm not getting used to this still. That was sort of the ABCs, sort of. One other thing that I've found about this interesting instrument is that if you manipulate your breath when you play it, you can get a completely different sound. So I was just kind of not breathing in or out of my mouth just then. But if you breathe out or breathe in solely using your mouth, you can get very, very different sounds, which to me has been the most exciting thing. So if normally it sounds like, then if I start breathing out, it's kind of more of a powerful sound. And if I breathe in, again, comparable, sort of a more powerful sound. So then if I try to do the ABCs while also breathing out, That was more than just the ABCs, but that was like my the solo at the end of the ABC song. So it's a very interesting instrument, and I'll tell you what, I've been bothering everyone around me as I've been playing this in random places, because it's also like fits right in your pocket, you know. What context will I use this musically in? I don't know, but I would love to somehow. Well, I know how I would do it. I'd love to, you know, put it up to a mic and get it going through some effects. I think that'd be really interesting. I thought about putting a contact mic on it, which will then go through some effects. But the fact that I'm putting this in my mouth worries me that I would electrocute myself if something short-circuited. So I'm not going to do that. But I do want to mic this up and put it through some effects and see how that works out. So that's sort of a little bit about the Jaw Harp. You know, there are a few of them out there. I've heard from people everywhere. There's like a Snoopy brand of it, which might seem appealing off the bat, but apparently the Snoopy brand doesn't really work. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in learning the instrument. And this is sort of a very baseline one. There are ones that are like way bigger than this too, and you can get some wild sounds out of those things. So this is just very basic. This is made by Schilling, the Jaw Harp. And yeah, right over from North Andover, Massachusetts, kind of a local thing. So that's the Jaw Harp. My name is Johnny Gifford, and you're watching this very eclectic 50th Anniversary Telethon broadcast here on BCTV. I'd like to thank our sponsors for letting us do this, all these crazy shenanigans, namely to the Latches Theater, to the Boys and Girls Club of Brattleboro. I want to thank the Brattleboro Food Co-op, Brattleboro Savings and Loan, Front Porch Forum, oh gosh, and I'm missing one, aren't I? Landmark Trust USA. I don't think I said them. So thank you to our sponsors. And again, if you're able to make a donation to help keep our programming alive and thriving here for more programs than just, you know, me playing the Jaw Harp, you can go over to brattleboro.tv.org/donate, or potentially scan the QR code on your screen whenever that ends up popping up on the screen. So again, thank you. We're going to cut to something different now. Hopefully something live, and if not something live next, there'll be something live to come. We have a very exciting show that'll be coming up here in our studio in just a few. So stay tuned until then, and thanks for sticking with us.